Well, hello friends, welcome back to another episode of Sound Mind Adventures. If this is your first time visiting, my name is Jess, and I'm really glad you're coming along for the ride. I know many of you are more than ready to hit the road in search of adventure in wild and beautiful places. Adventure means different things to different people, but I think one thing that we can probably agree on is that the first step to getting out there is acting in the face of fear, shaking off the anxiety, and believing that it's worth going after. This reminds me of a quote I heard recently: discomfort is the gateway to a meaningful life. So let's break through those comfort zones, get packed up, and get out there. That brings me to what I'm doing in this video. As the weather here in Southern California is getting nicer, the vast open spaces and roads are beckoning. So here I go on my first motorcycle camping trip of 2022 on my brand new dual sport motorcycle, a Honda CRF300L Rally. So here I am, heading to Joshua Tree National Park once again, one of my favorite places to visit here in the desert. Every time I come here, I experience it a little differently. Now, if you give it a chance, there is something magical and special about the desert. As I head towards 29 Palms, I'm reminded of when I got my first speeding ticket on this very highway. You see, 32 years ago, I was stationed at the Marine Corps Air Ground Combat Center right here in 29 Palms, affectionately known as the Stumps. When that weekend Liberty Bell sounded, my younger military self was always in a hurry to get on the road and drive those 3 hours to Orange County in my brand new Toyota Tercel. There was no way I was hanging out in the godforsaken desert in my time off. Who would have thunk 32 years later that I intentionally come out here now to enjoy the serenity and beauty of all the rocks and the sand and the funny-looking trees? As I arrived at Indian Cove Campground, I chat briefly with the ranger, and he told me about how he used to ride a motorcycle up until about 2 years ago. Now it was time to find my campsite. This is the first time camping at this particular campground, so I am super excited to check it out. If I am lucky, I will be meeting up with a friend who is traveling across country on her motorcycle. So I'm super stoked because I have a new mattress. I have the Big Agnes Q-Core Deluxe. I have the wide one because I just like extra luxury when I go motocamping. Flex-tailed pump, pretty awesome. Nemo pillow, Eros pillow. It's my campsite. It's beautiful. Check out all that behind me. It's really cool. So this is where I decided to set up my tent. After getting my campsite set up, I headed back into town to pick up some water and snacks, and upon returning, decided to take a little walk and see if my friend had arrived yet. So I'm here at Joshua Tree National Park. I'm here visiting with my friend Amanda Zitto. So after chatting for a while, I returned to my camp to cook dinner and get ready for bed. I rate dinner a 3 out of 10 stars, so no, I don't really recommend it. But it was hot and it did the job. It was nice to sit by the fire for a while before retiring for the night. The desert sky is something special, and I highly advise spending some time to appreciate and contemplate the immensity of it all and how we fit into the eternal grand scheme of it all. After a somewhat chilly night, I wished I had brought another blanket. The new air mattress worked great, but only when I had enough air in it to allow for its insulating properties to work. I learned that the hard way. we're gonna go see our friend Amanda, see how she's doing. I'm sure she's almost all packed up, ready to go herself. Or did she leave? Oh, she's still here. So everybody, this is Amanda Zitto. I'm sure most of you know her if you know anything about motorcycle channels on YouTube. She happened to be stopping through Joshua Tree area, and which is in my neck of the woods. She's off on her cross-country trip now. So best of luck to you, Amanda. This trip would definitely be in the micro-adventure category for me, but for my friend Amanda, this is an epic journey through the southern states of the country to the East Coast and back. I'm inspired by her courage and sense of wanderlust and her ability to overcome challenges as they present themselves. I'm thankful she shares her adventures with the touch of a true artist and creator, as well as her valuable contributions to the motorcycle community. Since I'm traveling alone on the little 300 rally, I needed to get on the road because the desert winds were getting more fierce with each passing moment. Overall, the little bike did very well and my luggage setup was spot on. I had everything I needed with room for more. Well, goodbye for now, Joshua Tree. You know I'm going to be back. There are a lot of places that I want to explore out here on the rally, so a return trip is definitely going to be in the near future, but definitely before the unbearable temps of summer arrive. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to see more videos like this, well, you know what to do. Thanks for coming along, and I will see you in the next one. Take care, everyone. Before you question what is going on my display, I will tell you about a silly thing that I did as I was fueling up before leaving town. I was attempting to reset my trip meter and somehow changed my display to read kilometers. I couldn't figure out how to get it changed back, so I figured I'd just figure it out later. So off I went. I will have you know that I have switched it back to miles since then.